black screen of death. Cool, we don't. All right, so if we take a look at this game, we've got Lafayette here in the blue and Thomas Nelson in the red. And it is very important that we note straight off the bat that Lafayette made a huge mistake in game one. The jungler, even though as a senior, still made a rookie mistake and has Ignite instead of Smite in the jungle. And I don't remember at what point exactly when he realized this. I think it was after some events took place, but regardless, the game could not be remade, and that is, you know, the way of things. You make mistakes like that. Hopefully it's a mistake that's only made once. Lafayette here with the invade. I do not like this invade. They have a Braum, and Braum is very happy to help stack up damage here. And as we can see, this is about what I imagine would happen if we don't have a way to check these bushes blind besides walking at them. And even then, I think even if you make it there, it's just kind of doomed. So flash down from the Ezreal, Ignite down from Ezreal. No other flashes are burned there. Flash down from Viego and Braum. So I guess there's that. But at the end of the day, it's pretty disastrous. Now Lafayette down 1.2k gold just to start the game. And this is about where the jungle realizes he doesn't have Smite. Well, you know what? Yeah, it's being pinged on both sides of the team of the game. And this is tragic because I think even if Pantheon full clears here, he cannot get yeah, if you notice in the chat, it was realized way too late. I think it should have been realized the second he got into the game, though, because he bought the words blade. So, you know, it's just disaster all around. What I would say is, if this mistake were ever to happen to you, I think you pretty much have to just get the support item as soon as possible and start dual laning and perma roaming. Play it like the classic roaming top lane. But obviously now you're just a roaming jungler. Roam lane to lane, help push things out, go for ganks when you can. But I don't think you get to actually clear your jungle until you have some items, because it's just kind of miserable to do so. You know, I don't know what the best play is, because this is so unorthodox already at this point that it just kind of this. I mean, if we look at it, Pantheon's not even level 2 yet, right? And so he's gonna try to do another camp like this. I don't even think finishing yet another camp would normally give him 2, but I do think because he got some minion XP, maybe he hits 2 on this. But even then, I don't think so, right? Like we can see right here. So it's just kind of tragic. Really have no idea how you're supposed to handle something like that. But as we can see, Diego's gonna be hitting level 4 on this camp. Meanwhile, Pantheon, I'm pretty sure when he finishes this, will still be level 1. So unfortunate. Again, mistakes that you probably only make once. So let's talk about the comp as if that, you know, doesn't. We have a really well drafted comp from Thomas Nelson on the red side, with a good amount of hit and disengage. There's no dog. Loved it. Not tired at all because they didn't go to doggy daycare today. And with the Braum definitely is going to negate a lot of what Syndra would like to do in a game like this. If he can block her ult, that's even better. But even just her knockback and parts of her kit that she may want to use is definitely harder for having a Braum on this side. Wheel into Ornn. I'm not sure at what point it turns to be more Camille favored, because of her true damage. It is hard, but it is not easy at this point in the game. Yeah, this is what I meant. Yeah, he's still level 1. So that is super unfortunate. He was able to afford support item. I don't think you do camps for it. I think you just need to run the lane and yeah, and just go. I don't think you can do this, because then you just have to back again. Go get cannon, yeah, push out, help fix waves, things like that. Karma roam, get Bobby boots if you have to. I don't know. I don't think there's a playbook for when this kind of stuff happens. So anyway, Thomas Nelson has good wombo combo, especially when you consider Misfortune over the top of anything front to back is usually really, really good. We do see first, well, not the real first blood, but first blood since landing phase, or since that invade. Born getting a kill here in the top lane. He is now 2-0 into very, very rich taking man. Thomas Nelson smartly starting up this dragon. Not exactly sure what the play is for bot lane. I feel like this could be gankable. I mean, all you really need is that stun. But Ezreal just does so little damage until he has certain items. It's just really hard to play. He hasn't had his first base yet. He can afford shielding he's not. He doesn't really care about when his base gets off. Misfortune definitely has a nice amount of gold in her pocket that she's gonna be waiting for to spend. She's not spent since the early kills and assists. So she's got more gold in her pocket than Ezreal has had since. I'm about to snooze. Alright, Viego coming mid, trying to pull off a gank, completely misses the stun. Vex does just not have any mana, so I'm not sure what she goes for here. I feel like she has to recall. Maybe Viego was coming in to help push the wave in or anything like that. It looks like that's exactly what's gonna happen. She should just TP back in. This is unfortunate. I feel like at this example, when the wave was even, you just catch Los's base. The other team, because you're not gonna shove this wave plus the next wave coming in. It's a cannon. You're definitely not at this rate. So they'll make it back and probably hold you lane hostage here. Huge shutdown for the Camille. Orin definitely getting a little eager there in the top lane, trying to get another kill. Almost does. I mean, Camille is very low, but the shutdown going to Camille is nice and definitely feels good for Lafayette. Now they're being invaded on the top blue side though, and this is kind of as expected with the way things are going. Pantheon should be trying to get these passives off on cooldown. I feel like that should be a priority more than the jungle camp. Especially with the way that things happen. Yeah, let's go Lafayette. Not exactly sure how Ezreal Morgana does anything to stop Raw Misfortune. I feel like that's just a really good lane. Honestly, I have opinions about Ezreal Morgana as a duo lane anyway. Bob's going up for a roam here in the mid lane. Syndra does not know yet. Syndra is very aggressive here on the Vex, having to heal up a little bit. Rom was probably seen depending on the way he walked up. Not exactly sure. I do like that Diego is trying to get these objectives, knowing that there's no smite to contest him. He got the dragon, he's gonna go for Herald. Alright, here we go. We see the engage. That's very good patient gatekeep from the Brian. Helping Vex just get this wave shoved in, because she was being harassed quite a bit. And getting Syndra's flash down could mean a gank comes in here next time Vex has ult. I would be worried about that if I was Syndra. And yeah, see, with a lane like this, Braun was able to leave for so long, and definitely was able really to be good. That's I think with a champ like, okay, huge gank out by the Camille and Pantheon. I don't think this PvP was necessary. Okay. Oh, that auto almost came through. I'm not sure the teleport was necessary, but they do get another set of kills, and Lafayette's still down about the same amount of gold there. About 1.2, 1.3 thousand gold. For the viewers just now tuning in, because I think there were 0 viewers when I explained this, my dogs are very wired right now, because normally they go to Dogtopia, which is a daycare, Wednesdays, but unfortunately, since I'm going to be out of town soon, we're saving up those days that they go to make that trip a little cheaper. So you know, that's kind of, yeah, they're a little hyper. They're playing with toys in the background. I don't know how much of it gets to. I assume all of it, but gotta love them. The other thing that I mentioned at the beginning was the fact that the jungler for Lafayette made a huge blunder. Took Ignite instead of Smite. Wasn't on purpose. No disrespect to the other team. Fully focused on other things like draft and whatnot leading to this. So that, you know, it happens. Hopefully never again. I'm not sure Lafayette can fight this though right now. Ezreal needs to base and it has no mana. Ezreal does have flash and ult. The Pantheon still trying to shove up. Yeah, I think this is really greedy pathing from Syndrome, knowing that the entire team was just down here and walked up. I guess you assume that they're on Dragon, but I think you just gotta take the long way around when your team's not coming. Let's see if this, nope, this matchup has not gotten any easier for the community. Extra gold. She is closer in gold now than she was in the beginning. If we saw in the beginning, she was down quite a lot because of those early kills from the orb. But she's kind of fought it back slowly but surely. That's been nice. Thomas Nelson now with about a 2,500 gold lead. Or 2.2. Not quite 2.5. Close enough. Please tell me that man is an Orn mate. He, I mean, his name is the Forge God. I hope so, right? Kind of funny to go with a name like that and not like Orn. That'd be like if my name was, what even is Soraka? I was about to make a Soraka joke. How much everyone knows I hate Soraka. I don't even know what she is. Besides it, right? Like, I don't know. Alright, we do see Diego trying to drop things here. Good kill by Syndra, but this is going to be cleanup. Does she have enough damage? Does she take it? I don't think so. I feel like that'd be pretty cool. Alright, Orn going all the way in. On the Camille. Not quite enough there. I feel like if your Camille, you just take your reset, you have teleport, you're fine. This is a very, very, very low amount of health. He's sitting on great flash out of Camille. Not sure how necessary it was, but it was good. I think he just... This is disaster, because I don't think... Okay, you get cannon. Doesn't matter. GG. We win. No, jokes aside, though. Definitely an awkward place to be in. You've got to take a reset. I mean, you can't stay in this line like this. I'm Viego. I'm sprinting this week. Who's going to stop me? The Pantheon? Somehow, Pantheon's gotten closer in XP. I think a lot of it was he's doing some more stuff in lane. Do you think, you know, you gotta, every time you have 3 charges, you should be looking to push out a lane for someone? I'd be sprinting mid and be like, hey Syndra, I'll help you with this cannon wave coming in, right? Yeah, and he's gonna be constantly invented like this. You know what I would be doing also is I think I would, it's a weird thing you gotta do, but there was a team a long time ago that used to leash even throughout the game for the teammates as he passed through the jungle, just to make it even faster. And they would also let him have some XP. It is Gigabyte Marines, and you can look this up. They would rush to level 6 in a way that was not normal. Kind of tragic. This tower will go down. Is what it is, though. Pantheon cannot stop it.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Incredibly low. Hey, you gotta wait on it. I feel like this was one of those. Oh, as it gets shut down. You gotta wait on the Pantheon stun first into the Syndra stun instead of the other way around. But beside the point. Alright, Braum running down the mid lane, so it's Misfortune. They know what they want to do. I imagine Vex could always just TP bot if need be, but it looks like they're just going to run here to the Herald, use numbers. There's no way that Lafayette can possibly contest because they still have their dual lane stuck and leashed in bot lane. And it's not like they can contest either without the smite, so kind of just is what it is. So for those who are wondering, these are the last two undefeated teams in the state of Kentucky. Thomas Nelson, definitely the favorites in this game. None of their players, except for their ADC, are below gold. So they have flats, top mid, and then gold, jungle, and support. Their ADC, who knows what rank they'd be if they would play more than, I think they have 11 games of ranked this year. They did their placements plus 1 game. Nothing more. You look at past seasons, they just don't really play. They like playing the random for fun game, which I get. You know, we've all been there. So it's hard to exactly say like what rank the Misfortune is, but you know, probably not bronze. Not super important. They are a favorite though, considering Lafayette has 3 new players.
Team Red team has slain the dragon.
Sorry about that. My wife came home. Dogs decided to have a lot of joy, which is good. You know, they love their mom. All right. Anyway, tragic fight there in the bot lane. 4v5. Down levels, dying too fast to use ults, things like that. And Thomas Nelson now has a commanding 8-ish K, 7.5K gold lead. Right? Camille wasn't able to come down. She didn't have TP at the time. It's only just now coming back up. It's about up now. And did not come walking down soon enough. So that might be something to look like at in the future is when do you start rotating for things like this? We can keep an eye on it throughout the game. But it's not a huge deal. Considering the nature of this game, we're just kind of... I am curious, you know. I think at this point it's kind of just an off game for Lafayette. You know, they messed up with the whole smite thing. It changes the entire nature of the game. They've also made some mistakes just by the nature of it. But most of the build, the invade was a huge blunder. I think, you know, not going against enough teams that have primarily this should be a dead. A lot used there to get that shut down. But I do like the lockdown that they were able to have on her. You know, that's not going to swing the gold league completely back, but now it's only about 6.7 gold difference. Lots used. Misfortune, clearly mad. You can see it in the chat. Maybe not mad. Maybe she's laughing. Doesn't matter. But I think if you're Lafayette going forward, it is always interesting to see how or if teams can cleanly close out games. So right now, Thomas Nelson, for all their advantages, seem to be doing a good job of collecting things, but not really pushing towers or pressure. most of their pressure is around objectives. So they like getting these objectives and fighting around these objectives. And I've yet to see them really want to fight around anything else. I would like to see Lafayette, or would have, not contest the objectives they know they can't contest and really overemphasize, as if towers were objectives that they can fight over. So taking a comp like they have in tower diving top over and over, or bottom over and over, or switching your dual lane up here, and just accepting the penalty or something, right? Like just really trying something different to split up the map. You know, not for any reason that I think it would work necessarily, but I do think it's one of those types of games where you have to try. Yeah, the squeaky toy is going crazy in the background. Y'all can only kind of hear it, I think. I don't know. It looks like Thomas Salsom wants to set up for the Baron. Lafayette does not have eyes on it. It is important that they're going to need to get blue trinkets on more characters. And I like that both mid and bot have this because they cannot realistically walk up or anything. I think also you have top switch to blue trinket even too, because since you have 2 support items now, like, you know what I mean? Like, might as well. I will say it's kind of crazy that Pantheon's only down about 40 CS to the enemy jungler. All things considered, could be worse. Lafayette is actually kept pretty decently in track, except for there in the top lane. This one is definitely out CSing Rio by quite a bit. It shows the gold department and other things. Obviously, they actually. Alright, now Lafayette can no longer afford to try to split up with this map. They must take a fight. They overforce here on due to misfortune, and they do kill her, but at the cost of their own ADC. And they're still using everything on Braum, and now they have nothing left. They need to just leave. I don't know if that was worth it to kill that Braum, because now everything is gone. Camille is very late to this fight. Should have just stopped trying to push the wave in. I know you might want to just finish pushing in, but there's definitely a miscommunication there about when they need to start. And this is the game for sure. Syndra still has probably could have played that a little differently, not exactly sure. She also has flash up, so maybe could have flashed to the side on different parts of this. Not sure, doesn't matter. Does not. I do think it's really weird how this game is 9k gold difference, but it doesn't look like it's ending for at least another 4 because there still has to be a siege. Well, at least maybe 3 minutes. Let's see if they can end in 3 minutes. That would include getting the herald and sieging the base. Because with a gold load like this, you'd realistically think that you could. So I'm curious to see how they do or if they do. Let's take stock of Lafayette using their blue trinkets to see if they're on the Baron. I'm not sure they could even contest me if they want to. They're down so much gold. I'm not sure how they would contest. So yeah, back to my idea earlier about like what you would do. I think you could also, like, as Pantheon is going and clearing, different lanes of his comes to help him unleash continuously throughout the game. And I think that's an idea, because that goes back to the Gigabyte Marine thing of how they got Nocturne to 6 so fast back in the day. And yes, that's not gonna get Pantheon to 6 super fast compared to Diego, but it is something to help his clear along. So like, as he comes to do Raptors, Syndra can Q it a couple times or something, even just once or twice, or support. Catch a wave, take turns, go back. Yeah, I'd say the other weird thing is why we're sweeping down here at all. Dragon's not coming up anytime soon. And if you're gonna fight this Baron, which you may just decide not to, there's nothing down here worth sweeping. Not that it really matters in this game. So then it becomes a thing of, well, if we're not contesting the Baron, we should be over forcing on the other side, right? This feels really disconjointed and like we're waiting around to see. I really like to see a more proactive game out of this. Can't contest Baron. Let's send one mid, 4 bot instantly before they've even started it, and pressure them on this map. Something. We don't fly with that. Not that a single objective bounty would do everything that you need, but it's something. Syndra pinging her passive, knowing that she's getting closer and closer to a major power spike, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough. We'll have to see. And this is another thing. They have the Baron, but I see like resets being taken and invades happening. And it's like, what, are we using this Baron? I'm not exactly sure. You don't need to set up a 1-3-1 right now. I think you just want to crack the base open, which is not. No, well, whatever. What I would probably want to see from my team is Vex push here, then rotate mid, then push mid and rotate top, collapse on top, and take this tower and maybe even more with this wave that's building up here on the top side. Or catches top, rotates mid while they collapse on bot side, right? Like you'd want to do something like that, but right now it just seems very respectful out of Thomas Nelson. Not really overstepping, which is good, but also concerning when you're up 10k. Because what if Lafayette was in a different position? You can't hit when you're this far. You know what I mean? But it is controlled, and I think you got to respect that much out of Thomas Nelson here on the red side. How they don't feel like they need to take risks. They know that they win as long as they chill, so they just continue. So they break open into the base, and it looks like very cognizant of who goes on and off the map. That seems to be able to disappear. They gave a little bit more space, but now they're flashing, and now Ezreal is dead. Double check. And unfortunately, Syndra is just not ready for these sort of call like this. Still not going to be a top lane kill. Ooh. And unfortunate, that is going to be the end of game 1 here for Lafayette versus Thomas. We'll have to see if Lafayette can close out the second one, or if they will just fall 0-2 quickly to Thomas Nelson. GG's in game 1.